So what is good, y'all? It is Anime K here, and we are back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Sarada versus Ada. So in chapter 6, right, Boruto returns to the village and he tells both Sarada and Sumire everything that's happened, with Sasuke getting sealed and with the awakened divine trees. Now, while this is happening, Kawaki realizes that Boruto was in the village. He notices his presence right through the karma, and Mitsuki, realizing where Kawaki is looking to, right, he puts Kawaki to sleep and he radios into Shikamaru and goes, "Can you ask Ada where Boruto's exact location is so then I can go attack him?" Some people were confused about how Mitsuki was able to get there so quickly, right? And really, the evidence is right in front of your face, and if you read the chapter, you will see that when Mitsuki attacks Boruto, right, Boruto's like, "Couldn't you have made it so we wouldn't be bothered?" And Shikamaru goes, "Look, as the Hokage, I can't be seen helping you, right? I can't be seen showing favor to you." So what this means is Shikamaru most likely would have radioed into Ada and asked her where Boruto's location is, even though Shikamaru already knew. But again, he has to keep up the guise that he wants Boruto dead, because again, he could lose his seat, and if he loses his seat, he one, won't be able to help Boruto, and two, won't be able to confirm his suspicions. And even if he does confirm his suspicions, he won't be in a place of power to be able to help Boruto. So that's why he would have radioed into Ada, and Ada would have gave Mitsuki Boruto's exact location. Now, why this is a problem for Sarada is Ada would have seen both Sarada and Sumire talking to Boruto and having a normal conversation, and I don't think there's any way Sarada or Sumire could lie about this, because it wasn't like they were talking to him and there was tension there. They were sat next to him and everyone looked pretty relaxed, right? Everyone was just chilling. So why this will become a problem for Sarada, right, and Sumire as well, is because Ada now probably realizes that they know, or at least they weren't affected by her brainwashing, right? And why this will become a problem is if Daemon finds out that someone isn't affected by his sister's charm, basically that means that Sarada could kill Ada. Now, killing Ada is a hard task because Ada can basically monitor everyone, right? And it would be hard to really sneak up on her. But Daemon is probably, I don't know if I want to call him the strongest guy in the village, but with his reflecting ability, he probably is the strongest guy in the village. So how will Sarada deal with Daemon? And this will become a big problem for her. But at the same time, I really like this because this is an opportunity for Kishimoto to push Sarada back into the front and back into the kind of front foot of the story, because even though she's been in the story a lot, she's not really had big parts in the story, and every single time she's been shown in the story, she's either just stood there, right, or she's had to be saved, or she's just taken out a couple of claw grinds. But we've not actually got to see Sarada's full abilities on display. Now, let's say Daemon does attack Sarada. The question you're probably asking yourself is, if Daemon does attack Sarada, wouldn't she instantly die? But I think this ties into Sarada's MS abilities and the connection between Itachi and Sarada. Now, the first connection that is made is obviously when Sarada and Itachi both woke their MSs, they woke it in similar situations, with obviously both of them really wanting to save someone and really wanting to help someone, with Itachi wanting to save Shisui, right, and with Sarada obviously wanting to save Boruto. So this is the first thing we can connect with both their situations. The second thing is Sarada and Itachi are very similar. Their clothing styles, their outlook on life. We know Itachi wanted to be the Hokage, just like Sarada wants to be the Hokage as well. Now, can you really call Sarada a pacifist? I wouldn't call it that, but she's definitely fighting for peace, just like Itachi was. So there's connections between Sarada and Itachi. Now, if you look at Itachi's abilities, right, or at least look at one of his abilities, and it is with his Susanoo, and it is called the Blade of Tsuka. And what the Blade of Tsuka is basically a blade that can reflect any spiritual and physical abilities, right? And why this will play a big importance into the story is Daemon's ability is he can reflect any attack. Even if you think about attacking him, right, he can reflect it. Now, I don't know how Sarada or maybe the Sword of Tsuka could actually help here, but because they're both reflecting abilities, at least Sarada could possibly cancel out Daemon's ability. Now, I'm just giving you guys the evidence. Maybe someone can make a better connection than I can with this, but if you look at this, right, and if you look at the way everything's coming together, it kind of looks like we might get a Sarada versus Daemon fight, and this would be perfect for a lot of different reasons, because if Sarada is the person that can actually counter Daemon's ability, one, you take one of the strongest chess pieces off the board, because without Daemon, Ada's free game, and I would love love Ada to be taken out. Now, whether that's by the claw grime, or well, not really the claw grime, sorry, the awakened divine trees, or if that's by maybe Sumire attacking Ada while Sarada's dealing with Daemon, or even Boruto maybe putting her down. I don't know how it could be, but this could be a small connection in how Daemon could be taken off the board. Now, I know there's connections between Himimori and Daemon, right? I know there's connections there where obviously Daemon goes, shouldn't you be able to stop me attacking you, right? So obviously Kishimoto does really give us big evidence, right? And really puts it in our faces that it most likely will probably be Himimori that takes down Daemon. But I at least think that by us not seeing Sarada's abilities yet, it could play a big part into how Daemon will get taken down and how Ada will be stopped. Now, I think this will be big for a lot of reasons. One, because it will reintroduce Sarada into the story, because if you look so far, right, she's been in the story, but she's not really done much, right? Obviously, she's had to be saved by a random Jonin shinobi, right? And then when Boruto was attacking Code, she just had to stand there and do nothing. And then when Mitsuki was attacking Boruto, again, she was really powerless to do anything, right? And obviously, you could go, well, she didn't want to attack Mitsuki, but if Sarada had the power to stop Mitsuki, she would have stopped him, right? I don't think she would have killed Mitsuki, obviously, but she at least would have stopped him. So this could be a big way to bring Sarada back into the story. And we look at the connections between Ada and Sarada. I mean, you got the sun and the moon, you got the Otosuki clans, where you had two clans on the moon, where one of them wanted to protect the world and basically stay out of the world's affairs, and then you had the other group that they wanted to come down and basically destroy the world, you know, from the Naruto the last, I forget the guy's name, what's the Otosuki's name that was on the moon? Teneri, right? So there's big connections there, but I think this confirms that we are at least going to get Sarada versus Ada, or Sarada versus Daemon. And I think during this fight, Sarada will realize her MS abilities, and we could even get a little insight to how Sarada could possibly free everyone from the brainwashing, or at least free everyone that has been put into the trees, including her dad. Now guys, I'm sorry this is a short video, it's very shorter than my normal videos, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know, do you think this confirms that we will get Ada versus Sarada? Let me know in the comments below. And this has been Anime K. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Thank you for watching, listening, or however you choose to indulge in my content, and peace. I am out.